Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here, and welcome back to Banished. So it is early winter, and let's take a stroll around my new city. As you can see, it's already looking quite nice. Over here we actually have a church, quarry, even more farms, a lot of housing over here at the back. We actually have some orchards going as well for some fruit, and yeah, we are expanding over here. So let's get up on an overview of this this little town. 110 adults, almost 39 students, and 32 children. So not bad at all. Over here in the town hall, you can also see maybe some of my production stuff. I'm doing quite well, even on food. 28,000 production in the last year. That was pretty good, and I think some of the most important aspects are over here. Forester's Lodge again and again in pretty much perfect position, so they can get me a good amount of wood, like 150 maybe on average every season or every year. For out of 4 of them, that's a lot of wood that I get. In fact, I am reaching the current ceiling of 2,000, and you can see a lot of these stockpiles are chock full of wood and firewood. So this little town is going quite well. In fact, at the bottom here I have pastures for sheep, for cows and for chickens, and they're doing quite well. What this allows me to do is to have a tailor make wool coats, and another one make warm coats, which are made from leather and wool. And so over here in this town, my people rarely ever get cold or hungry. I have a lot of storage room. Look at that, everything just chock full of useful stuff. I have a market going here as well that's got a lot of things. And I must say, part of it is planning. You know, you have to plan like a layout you want to work with for your cities. What I noticed with the previous one is that if I have like 6 houses and just 2 farms, that's just a little bit too low on food. So I went with like four farms, and then straight up a pattern of a house, 2 open spaces to protect them from fire, and then another house, and just keep going like that. After that, a line with a lot of stockpiles, storage barns, wood cutters, very important here, and then some extra buildings that you might need, like a blacksmith and a tailor. This basically was the very first part, together with this Forester's Lodge, then the herbalist's hunting cabin, and a gatherer's hut for a stable beginning. But after that, you have to cheat rngesus. Honestly, you really do. As soon as I could, I gathered something like 700 firewood in my trading post, and then you have to wait for that first trader to be like maybe 10-15 seconds out from your trading post, save the game, and keep reloading until you get something useful. This might be seen a little bit as cheating, but in my opinion, if you don't do this, you can have a streak of very bad luck with the traders that come in, and that is really going to cost you. In fact, the very first thing I bought were sheep, allowing me to go straight into wool. Let's see here, wool coats. Add to that I had 2 hunting cabins running as well. I could get the 2 tailors working on the wool coats and the warm coats right from the beginning. The reason for that is that the sheep, although over here you can see that they also produce meat, at first when you don't have the maximum amount of sheep, it already starts producing wool, and so you get a nice boost in the amount of warm coats that you get for your people. And it helps with just the stability of everything. They're healthier, they can work for longer. And yeah, it seems to have really worked out for me, the fact that I could get these 2 pastures over here very quickly. So like right here, you know, you can see this guy is like maybe 10 seconds out from my trade post. If you save at this point and you keep reloading, the dice is going to be run again and again on what the traded items are. And it's very important, you know, you can go for wheat. I didn't go all out and do this every time a trader comes along, but I definitely wanted to get the sheep first because I wanted those better coats. That was really becoming a problem in my previous town. And after that, what I would like is wheat, but I've circumvented that because now I have apples that are going to be transformed into ale in my tavern. So it's already working quite nicely, but early game getting the right trades is very damn important. Let's have a look what this guy trades over here. Again with stone. That's really good. I like that. So this is the same guy I had last time. Stone is a real bottleneck here, and you do want to be able to trade that quite a little bit. Maybe I should also consider buying beans. I have plenty of this stuff, so that should be okay. Potatoes, I have that already. Let's take that one out of my orders. Beans as well. And then, yeah, let's just buy the beans. Or wheat, actually. Wheat is much better. So let's buy that. Let's see if I can buy all 800 stone. That would allow me to produce quite a lot of extra houses and upgrade my roads. So this is the maximum I can... Ooh, I can actually trade all of that. So then we have steel tools. That's okay, but I'm producing those myself, I think. So it's probably going to be better if I make add bean seeds here. And then just keep going up until I hope I get there, actually. It's gonna be close. Yeah, I actually don't get there. Damn. Well, we'll just get rid of a little bit of stone. Like that. Put that up at 30. And this is a pretty nice trade, you know. Beans for my farms, wheat for my farms, and possibly for another tavern as well. 760 stone, that's pretty damn good. And if anything else, like right there, 500 squash, that should allow me actually to yeah, to get it up there. I can actually reduce this by a little bit, like that, and then diminish that by 10 again, and there we go. This is great. This is an awesome trade. No need to cheat rngesus on this one. And we can also take out the beans. I already have. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's about all I'll manage in just one trade. But that was pretty good right here. But yeah, that is just one tip that I do want to give you guys. If you start a new game in Banished and you see that, well, I've got a lot of potential here, do cheat rngesus on the first few trades, just so that you can get your sheep going, maybe your wheat as well. Just get some good and useful trades in early on. It's really going to help with your city. And as you can see right here, we're growing quite quickly. 170 owls, 18 laborers already. So now I can get some fishermen in here as well for the first time. And this is the pattern that I've been going with, a road of housing that is pretty much fireproof from one another. Then some farms, a lot of storage capacity with some extra buildings for different stuff. Another row of farms, another row of housing, again here farms, and then again with the storage capacity. At this point I noticed that I didn't get enough people compared to the amount of jobs I could start to create, so I went with a second row of housing here, again with farms, storage capacity. Over here then obviously you've got your quarry, you've got your mine, add an extra mine for some coal as well. Then I've got some extra room for the bigger buildings like a town hall and a church, pretty good stuff. And here this is what I've added last year. You get a lot of farms, you actually also have some orchards, a lot of storage facility, really a lot of storage facility, and then a big row of housing to up my population. And so now, I mean, I can still grow if I get these awesome trades for stone and maybe some iron later on. That's also going to help me. Yeah, this town really has a lot more potential than the previous ones where those foresters' lodges were inside the city. I still think that's not a bad idea, but this is a much stronger, much more stable base. None of my people ever go hungry, ever get cold, and as you can see, I've got really a lot of resources available to me. I'll be able to upgrade my roads here as well, especially my main roads, and just keep expanding. So this is awesome. This has been an awesome little start here in Banished. We'll see how I keep going. I have some other design philosophies, but I must say this one has really worked out quite nicely the way I wanted to, and getting those sheeps on the very first trade I think has helped quite a lot. Anyways, that's it for this update on Banished, guys. I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. If you see it on sale on Steam and you haven't bought it yet, I highly recommend it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.